Hi there, I'm meteorologist Chikage Windler. Tonight we're tracking a weak cold front. It'll come through and drop temperatures for your Friday just by a few degrees. Then into the weekend, a rain chance. I know it's a very busy weekend with all those Halloween parties and plans. Most likely rain coming overnight Saturday night into Sunday morning, around 1/4 of an inch. Some areas to the north could see up to 1/2 inch, and I can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm. Things get really complicated though as we head toward Halloween next Thursday. Potential for a big storm, but timing, totals, and temperatures are way too difficult to figure out right now. Here's why. So we're taking a look at the satellite radar composite, and a couple things I want to point out to you. The first one is this little feature here. This is the disturbance that's going to swing through the Lone Star State this weekend, bringing us a chance of rain, mainly late Saturday and into Sunday. This little area of low pressure basically stays camped out there for quite a while. There's another storm that's forming out here that eventually is going to come out through here, drop back in, could stall for a while, and then eventually push across the U.S. as we work our way toward Halloween weekend. That's the one I'm really concerned about. For now though, let's look at weekend rain chances. 20% chance on Saturday night, 60%, and backing off to around 30% on Sunday, mainly in the morning. 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain is what I'm thinking at this time. So here on Future Track, we start to Saturday at 6 a.m. and there will be quite a bit of cloud cover pulling in, but I think by noon we're still waiting for rain chances, which means if you've got to go to the pumpkin patch or anything like that, you should be able to get at least some dry time in. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, starting to see some scattered showers develop, mainly out toward the hill country. 7 o'clock, hey, heads up if you're heading up north to Dallas, it will likely be raining. Here in the hill country by midnight, some showers pulling through, making their way toward the Austin to Georgetown corridor by around 4 a.m., working through the I-35 corridor by about 6 in the morning, and generally pushing through the plains by about 9 a.m., and I think will dry out between noontime and on into early afternoon. That will be the end of that system. All right, wanted to show you the football forecast. If you're heading out to College Station, the system takes its sweet time getting to you. Since kickoff is at 11:21, we should see highs close to 80 and a mainly dry forecast, just a 20% chance of a shower late game. Different story in Fort Worth if you're heading up to the UT-TCU game. It's an evening game, and that front and that system will be likely bringing some rain. So a 60% chance of rain at kickoff, a 40% chance by the end of the game. Fast forward to your 7-day forecast. Not too exciting, at least from these views, but by the time we make it into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll see some increasing moisture with a storm system that could be very slow to move. Some of the computer models suggesting it comes through Wednesday, others saying Thursday. It might even be later than that. So for now, Halloween forecast, I'm targeting a 20% chance. Temperature right around 82, but we potentially could be dealing with very quickly falling temperatures as well. All right, so let me show you a couple of possibilities. Here's the GFS computer model, and as we look at the timestamp down below, this is going to be around midday on Wednesday, Halloween Eve, if you will. As I put it through time, this is when the cold front is starting to advance right through central Texas. So we're going to have it basically moving right through the Austin area as we push through overnight Wednesday and into Thursday morning, which if this pans out, then by the time we reach trick-or-treat time, it is dry and cool. Let's hope that's the scenario we can go with. I also want to show you the European computer model, which is a lot slower and at this point looking suspiciously weaker as well. We'll have to watch this one. We're starting you in time early on Thursday morning, Halloween. Notice the severe weather threat up north into Kansas and Nebraska and perhaps Oklahoma as that storm system really gets cranking. But it doesn't do a whole lot here in central Texas. It mainly bypasses us to the north. You can basically draw a line like this, basically through the front as it's pulling in. You'll notice by Halloween around 7 o'clock we are potentially fairly dry and just a little bit cooler. Either one of these is a possibility. So for now I'm just saying stay tuned because there likely will be some changes with that system in terms of temperature, in terms of the track of the storms, the timing, as well as rain totals. For now I have a 20% chance of rain on Halloween Thursday, as well as temperatures in the 80s by day, probably dropping through the 70s and into the 60s at night. That certainly could change depending on that storm system. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for checking in.